Writing better copy could be as simple as asking questions like a toddler. By the way, my name is Jamila, and I've been a copywriter for the past 5 years. I've written for brands in the corporate space and for small business owners in this online space. Long and short form stuff like website copy, emails, carousel and digital banner ads, radio scripts, and more. And I find I always do this when writing copy, no matter what kind it is. I'm assuming by this point you've heard the term copywriting from one of your favorite business owners, and I might be one of them, who knows? You've seen copy, whether it be an ad or a billboard or a commercial, and you remembered it. It made you stop and think, maybe even laugh or cry or smile. And you want people to feel that way when they read your copy too. But how to do it? That's the question, isn't it? No, literally, it's all about the question. You know how toddlers keep asking why because they just don't know enough yet? You want to do the same thing when writing copy for your product, whether you're writing something for your website or for an Instagram reel, and whether you're talking to someone who's never heard about your brand before or someone who's known about you for a while. You know what your product does, but why should they care? This or this isn't enough to sell your product. If you have a hair oil that can grow your hair by an average of 20% more than other products on the market, how does that benefit your customer? Let's say your target audience is predominantly Black people with natural hair. What would that mean to them? That's the first question you ask. You might say it means that they'll have longer hair. Okay, cool. Why do they want longer hair? Because long hair is a signal of beauty in the Black community. A lot of Black people don't have long hair. You always want what you don't have. Okay, that's interesting. Another question, what would someone who's not accustomed to having long hair naturally do with their now longer hair? There's a lot of things that they could do now that they have longer hair. Maybe they couldn't catch their hair up in a ponytail before. They can do that now. Maybe they don't have to straighten their hair, whether with a physical straightener or a chemical straightener, because they now have longer length retention. They could whip their hair back and forth like Willow. There's so many things they could do. Now that's interesting, right? Now we have a lot more to work with because we kept asking questions. We kept asking questions like a toddler who doesn't know enough, right? So instead of saying something like this, you can now say something like this. Now let's look at the example of getting a month's worth of batch content in a single day. This is actually something that Seventh House Marketing does. It's part of their batch content creation service. They call it the Seventh House Special. To someone like me who's a busy bee, this sounds amazing. Like, you've already sold me by telling me that. But for someone who needs a little bit more cajoling, you need to think about this from their point of view. Like, ask questions that they would ask. They might ask, how much can you really get done in a day? Is this limited to just short form content, or can it also be long form content? And do I need to hire someone else to help execute this content? They might be asking questions like that. You'll come up with answers. You'll get the creative juices flowing. And then you'll go from saying this to saying this. If you want more creative writing techniques to help you write cooler copy, I have a free resource with 21 writing techniques with examples so you can see how to use each one. You can grab it for free at my link in bio. Stay cool, stay curious.